ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अखंडं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवां मनसगोचरम् आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये। प्यद्वयानन्दान् अतीतद्वैतभानतः गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्त सारं वक्ष्ये यथामति। So yesterday we completed Sthula Papanchotpattihi, the creation of the gross universe, which is born of Panchikruta Panchabhuta, grossified 5 elements, and thus causal universe Karana Prapancha, subtle universe Sukshma Prapancha, and gross universe or gross world rather Sthula Prapancha. All three are one. Why I have to change this? Because again we have to have universe. So threefold world, Karana Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, Sthula Prapancha were presented. And now after that Acharya combined all three worlds, Karana, Sukshma and Sthula Prapancha, presenting all three of them put together as Mahan Prapancha. Mahan Prapancha means vast universe. And he gave the example, just as the sub-forest or subsidiary forest, 3 subsidiary forests together will make one vast forest, or subsidiary water bodies will make one vast water expanse. Similarly, these 3 prapancha can be seen together as Mahan Prapancha, consisting of Sthula, Sukshma and Karana. And then it was said, Etad upahitam Vaishvanarādishvara paryantam Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, which is conditioned by these 3, Etad upahitam, or that Chaitanyam is Ekameva. These Vaishvanara, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara Chaitanyam, all 3 of them are only one Chaitanyam. Upadhis are different, but this Chaitanyam behind the Upadhi is one and the same. For that example, Avantara Vanavachinna Akasha. So Akasha, which is conditioned by the subsidiary forest, is one. Or the reflection of space obtaining in the subsidiary water bodies is one. Similarly, all 3 Chaitanyam conditioned by all 3 samashti is one. All 3 prapancha is one. And also we saw one more point, that each one of them, Vaishvanara, Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami, each one of them is one with this Parameshvara. That way also oneness is there. Alright. But verbally, if we see, literally if we see, he is talking about the oneness of the Avantara Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, which is endowed, conditioned by Avantara Samashti, Avantara Prapancha. Alright. Now, before concluding the topic, he brings this Shruti Vakya. Shruti Vakya says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Khalu means indeed, Idam Sarvam, all this refers to all this universe is Brahma. All this which is Vividha Pramana Gocharam or Vividha Prama Gocharam, Idam Sarvam is Brahma. So this sentence is telling that what is appearing to be the world, which is presented as Upadhi so far, Sthula Prapancha or Sukshma Prapancha, is equated to Brahman. And therefore, how can you say Chaitanyam which is conditioned by Upadhi? You are making a difference. Chaitanyam, Brahma, conditioned by Sthula Prapancha, conditioned by Sukshma Prapancha, conditioned by Karana Prapancha. So you are making a difference between conditioned Chaitanyam and conditioning Upadhi. Whereas Sarvam, which represents Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Prapancha, Upadhi, is equated to Brahman. So Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma is presenting Chaitanya Prapanchayoho Abheda. The Prapancha which is presented as Upadhi and Chaitanyam, both of them are one. Whereas you are presenting Chaitanyam as Upahita and Prapancha as Upadhi. So you are always saying Sthula Prapancha Upahita. Means what? Sthula Prapanchena Upahita. And therefore, in your presentation, where you are talking about Upadhi, Upahitam, Chaitanyam, there will be Shruti Virodha. In which Shruti Virodha? The Shruti which is presenting oneness of Prapancha and Brahman. So Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma presents the oneness between the Prapancha and Brahma. Your presentation is implying Bheda between the Prapancha and Brahma. So there is Shruti Virodha in your presentation. For that particular doubt, answer is given here. Abhyam. We have read this, no? Abhyam? No? Abhyam Mahaprapancha Tadupahita Chaitanyabhyam.
Abhyam Mahaprapancha Tadupahita Chaitanyabhyam.
Taptaya Pindavat.
Taptaya Pindavat.
It should be Taptaya Pindavat. Taptaya Pindavati should be. So Visarga has to be put. Taptaya Pindavat.
Taptaya Pindavat.
Aviviktam Sat Anupahitam Chaitanyam.
Aviviktam Sat Anupahitam Chaitanyam.
Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma iti.
Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma iti.
Vakyasya Vachyam Bhavati.
Vakyasya Vachyam Bhavati.
Viviktam Sat.
Viviktam Sat.
Lakshyam Api Bhavati.
Lakshyam Api Bhavati.
So he says, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma iti Vakyasya. This is Chandogya Vakya, Shandilya Vidya, this Vakya comes. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. This everything is indeed Brahma. For this Vakya, Vachyam Bhavati. What is Vachya? Anupahitam Chaitanyam. Consciousness which is free from any upadhi. Consciousness which is essentially, intrinsically by nature, free from upadhi. We can use the word pure consciousness, unconditioned consciousness. The consciousness which is unconditioned by nature. That is what we mean by anupahitam chaitanyam. Consciousness which is free from upadhi by nature. That consciousness. Aviviktam satu. When non-discriminated, when it is not discriminated, viviktam is discriminated, aviviktam is not discriminated. Sat means being, pure consciousness being not discriminated means mixed up with, confused with, seen identical with what? Abhyam. These two. What? Mahaprapancha tadupahita chaitanyabhyam. Mahaprapancha, vast universe. Vast universe consisting of what? Karana prapancha, sukshma prapancha, sthula prapancha. That Mahaprapancha and tadupahita chaitanyam. And the consciousness which is conditioned by that Mahaprapancha. Tad refers to Mahaprapancha. So pure consciousness not discriminated with or mixed up with, confused with, seen identical with Mahaprapancha and Tadupahita Chaitanyam. Consciousness conditioned by Mahaprapancha. Then what? Sarvam khalvidam brahma vakyasya vachyam bhavati. In simple words, pure consciousness with Mahaprapancha is the vachyartha of Sarvam khalvidam brahma vakya. Means what? When you say Sarvam Brahma, what do you understand? All this is Ishvara. And in all also Namarupa is there and consciousness of course there. Satchit is there. And in that Brahma, Ishvara also, Mahaprapancha and Chaitanyam both are there. So all that is here is Ishvara when you say, then Vachyartha of that Vakya. Immediate meaning of that Vakya is what? That all that is here is Ishvara who is endowed with Sthula Sukshma Karana Prapancha. Originally he is Karana Ishvara, and Karana Ishvara, when it is creating the world, it also becomes endowed with Karya Prapancha. Karya Prapancha has got two Prapancha, Sub Prapancha, Sukshma and Sthula. So when we say Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, immediate meaning of the sentence is all this is Ishvara. And what is Ishvara? Here Ishvara in the sense of Parameshvara. Parameshvara means what? Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanyam. Or Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanyabhyam Aviviktam. Not distinguished from the Chaitanyam which is having the Upadhi of Mahaprapancha. Both finally mean the same. But he wants to convey that there can be confusion with Upadhi or confusion with Upahita. And that consciousness which is confused with, mixed up with Mahaprapancha or Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanyam is Vachyam, is the immediate meaning of Vakya. Sarvam Ishvaraha. Ishvara is what? Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanya. And in this Vakya, the Chaitanyam, which is Shuddha Chaitanyam, is mixed with Prapancha, and we do not get the idea of the Jagat being Mithya. So Sarvam Brahma, all this is Ishvara, is not giving the idea of this Mithyatva. So Sarvam is there and it is Ishvara. And in this, the Karanatvam of Ishvara is retained, which is Adhyaropita. Ishvara being the Karana of all, it is called all. And therefore, this particular meaning is based on Adhyasa. What type of Adhyasa? Karanatva Adhyasa on Ishvara, on Chaitanyam, which is the essential nature of Ishvara. Therefore it is Vachyartha. Immediate meaning is that everything is Ishvara, where we are retaining the Karanatva status of Chaitanyam, which is superimposed upon Chaitanya. Is it clear? And therefore what? Abhyam Mahaprapancha Tadupahita Chaitanyabhyam Avivittam Anupahitam Chaitanyam Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma iti Vakyasya Vachyam Bhavati. It becomes the immediate meaning of the sentence. And Viviktam Sat, when it is separated, discriminated, cognitively separated from, pure consciousness is cognitively separated from Mahaprapancha and Tadupahita Chaitanyam, then it becomes the Lakshyartha, the implied meaning of Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Bhavati means it becomes. So pure consciousness, cognitively separated. Vivikta means cognitively separated, discriminated from what? Mahaprapancha Tadupahita Chaitanyam. The consciousness has no real relationship with Prapancha, and consciousness is not identified with Upahita Chaitanyam, Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanyam. In this manner, Viviktam. Sat being cognitively separated, pure consciousness, Lakshamapi Bhavati, also become Lakshya. So pure consciousness mixed up with Prapancha and Prapancha Upahita Chaitanyam, then it is a Vachyartha of the Vakya Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, and when it is separated, it is the Lakshyartha of Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Achha, what is the Lakshyartha of Sarva Khalvidam Brahma? What do we convey? The Lakshyartha of Sarvam Khalvidam Brahman is Sarvam Nasti Brahma Eva Asti. What is appearing as Sarva, everything, is really not there. What is there is Brahma. Satchit Swarupa Brahma Eva Asti. That is the implied meaning of this Vakya. And that is why it is said pure existence consciousness is the Lakshyartha of Vakya. Which says what? That only non-dual pure consciousness is the reality. Sarvam Nasti Brahma Eva Asti. Bhada Samanadhikaranyam is there. So Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma conveys the Samanadhikaranyam apposition based on negation. Alright. Bhada Vishaya Samanadhikaranyam, Bhada Samanadhikaranyam. How many Samanadhikaranyams are there? 4 are there.
First is Visheshana Samanadhikaranyam, Bhada Samanadhikaranyam, Aikya Samanadhikaranyam,
Superimposition.
Adhyasa Samanadhikaranyam. Adhyasa Samanadhikaranyam. Alright. So it is Bada Samanadikaranyam. Implied is Bada Samanadikaranyam. Okay. And to explain this Bada Samanadikaranyam, what is the Drishtanta I give?
Soyam dev. Sarpah rajjuhu. Ayam sarpah rajjuhu.
Rajju eva. This snake is the rope alone. Means what? What appears to be a snake is really not there. What appears to be a snake is really a rope alone. Sarpasya badaha and Rajjoho satyatva nishya. So sarpaha nasti means sarpasya badaha bhavati. And based on that bada alone, ayam sarpaha rajjuhu. That samanadikaranyam is possible. Otherwise, how sarpa can be this rajjuhu? Cannot be. But sarpasya badena samanadikaranyam sadhyate. Siddhyati. Alright. So here, sarva kalvidam brahma lakshyartha is the anupaitam chaitanyam. Alright. For that, the example is given. Otherwise, we don't know. Or we will miss one word. Taptaya pindavatu. Taptaya pinda we have seen. Imagine there is an iron ball which is heated up. Very red hot it has become. So people may call it fireball. Now, this fireball somebody touched, got burnt. He will say what? Fireball, fire iron ball burnt me. Or he will say iron ball burnt me. So Vachyartha is what? Fire associated with aviviktam. Ayasa aviviktam aviviktaha agnihi vachyam bhavati. Tapta ayah pindena aham dagdaha. So ayah pinda cannot burn, but this fire which is associated with iron ball is burning. And therefore immediate meaning will be fire iron ball burnt me. Immediate meaning will be what? Fire not separated from iron is the Vachyartha. Fire not separate from iron is the Vachyartha. But if we analyze, did this iron ball have any contribution in that? No. Iron ball did not burn. So what really burnt me was fire only. And so when we understand that what really burnt me was fire only and not iron ball, then what we are doing? Vivikta. So fire which is separated from iron ball is the lakshyartha of fire iron ball burnt me. Taptaya pinda mam dagdavan. So for that sentence, Vachyartha is the fire associated with iron. Lakshyartha is fire unassociated with iron. Because in burning me, iron did not have any place. Fire only burnt me. If iron can burn me, then after fire is not there, then also it should burn me. And therefore the Lakshyartha will be fire discriminated from iron ball. So just as it happens in the example of Taptaya Pinda, when two things are there but they are mixed up, then the mixed up entity becomes the Vachyartha of the sentence that iron ball burnt me. Taptaya Pinda burnt me. And Lakshyartha will be only fire. Alright. Similarly, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Vachyartha Vakyasya Vachyam Kim Bhavati? This Mahaprapancha Upahita Chaitanyam. Or Mahaprapanchena Aviviktam Chaitanyam. Or Chaitanyam which is not separated from Mahaprapancha Upayitam Chaitanyam. Means Chaitanyam is considered to be Mahaprapancha Upayita Chaitanyam alone. Shuddha Chaitanyam is considered to be one with Mahaprapancha Upayita Chaitanyam. That becomes the Vachyartha, and unassociated with Prapancha or Prapancha Upayita Chaitanyam is Lakshyartha. Generally we highlight only one, Mahaprapancha only. Here one extra point is given, the Mahaprapancha Upayita Chaitanyam. Mainly we dismiss this Upadhi Sambandha. Upahita Aikya is not generally highlighted. But it conveys the idea that whether you consider yourself to be associated with Upadhi or you consider yourself to be one with Upahita, both are confusion. Both are aviveka. To convey this idea, both the expressions are there. Alright. And therefore what? The answer is given. Chaitanya prapanchayoho vede sarvam khalvidam brahma iti shrutya virodham. That doubt was raised, no? That you are telling that upadhi and upahita, so you are talking about duality. Whereas sarvam khalvidam brahma says what? Sarvam, which has been taken as upadhi, is Brahman alone. Sarvam Brahma eva. Sarvam and Brahman are not two things. Sarvam eva Brahma. So, Sarvam yadi Brahma chet, Sarvam katham Brahmana upadhi bhavitum arhati. It cannot become upadhi. So, that was the question. That if Sarvam in English, Sarvam is Brahma, then how Sarva can become the upadhi? How can you talk about this upadhi upahita bheda when Sarvam is Brahma? So far your presentation implies the difference between the Prapancha Rupa Upadhi and Upahita Chaitanya. Whereas Sarvam Brahma is talking about abheda between the Sarvam which is presented as Upadhi and Chaitanya. For that our answer is what? Yes, when you take Vachyartha there may be appearance of Bheda, but really speaking the Lakshyartha of Sarvam Khalvidam Brahman is what? Upadhihi Nasti and Brahma eva asti. Upadhi is really not there, Brahman alone is there. And therefore, whatever we have said so far, Sthula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, Karana Prapancha, Upadhi, Upahita Chaitanyam, we have to add one more word. What? Mithya Sthula Prapancha Upahita, Mithya Sukshma Prapancha Upahita, Mithya Karana Prapancha Upahita. And remember, we are giving the description of Vastu or Avastu so far? Avastu only. So Avastu means Mithya only. So a Mithya, when we present Mithya and Satyam, this Mithya does not exist apart from Satyam, therefore there is no real duality. The difference between Mithya and Satyam will be Satyam or Mithya? Mithya only. The difference between Mithya and Satya will be Mithya only. And therefore no Satya Bheda. Alright. And therefore, Bhavatam Shanka Nirasta. If it is Nirasta, Nirasta. Nirasta means dismissed. Okay. Now, the Granthakara is concluding one part of Adhyaropa. So remember, we are seeing the teaching of Vedanta by Adhyaropa Apavada Nyaya. In Adhyaropa, there are two parts. One is Samanya, other is Vishesha. Samanya Aropa is there in Tat Padartha. Vishesha Aropa is there in Tvo Padartha. Samanya means in general, where different views are not there. Samanyam will be understood more when we understand Vishesha. Sometimes it happens, When contrast comes, we understand. So, Samanyam is general. Whereas in Vishesha, what will happen? Some people say like this, that Atma is the body, Atma is the Indriyas, Atma is Prana. So, it is a Vishesha Adhyasa, done by Vishesha Purusha. Whereas here we did not say. It is Adhyasa in general. So, Adhyasa in general is told, that is being said in the next sentence, which is a concluding statement for this topic of सामान्य अध्यास. एवं वस्तुनि अवस्त्वारोपः अध्यारोपः सामान्येन प्रदर्शितः. एवं, in this manner, vastuni on reality, avastvaropaha, the superimposition of unreal, which is called adhyaropaha, in the adhyaropa apvada, which is called adhyaropa, pradarshitaha, is presented samanyena, in general. So in general it is presented. And Tikakara says here that it is tvam padartha tat padartha vishay madhyaropam upasamharati. So far adhyaropa on the tat padartha was talked about. Sthula prapancha, sukshma prapancha, karana prapancha. On tat padartha. Primarily it is on tat padartha. And it was presented in general. So he brought back to our mind that this is the topic going on. And in that one part is over. Now he is introducing the next part. Idanim pratyagatmani idam ayam aropayati iti visheshatah uchyate. Idanim. So we are entering into the third chapter. In the second chapter, what was done? The adhyaropa of karana prapancha, sukshma prapancha, sthula prapancha was presented. Adhyaropa of karana, sukshma and sthula prapancha was presented with so many details. Samashti, Vyashti and Samashti, Vyashti, Upahita and their titles and so many things were talked about. Now, Idanim, now means what? Adhyasasya or Adhyaropasya Samanyena Pradarsananantaram. After presenting the Adhyasa in general. Idanim, now, Pratyagatmani, in the inner self. Idam ayam aropayati. Means ayam means this person or this philosopher. For example, this Charvaka, ayam refers to the person who is superimposing. Charvaka is ayam Charvakaha idam shariram atmani aropayati. Then Bauddhaha or Bauddhaha ayam Bauddhaha idam kshanika vigdanam pratyagatmani aropayati. Is it clear? Idam refers to what? Adhyaropita vishaya. Ayam refers to what? The person, the philosophers who are superimposing. So ayam refers to the philosophers who are superimposing. Idam refers to the mistake, the adhyaropa, the superimposition they are doing on pratyagatma. Pratyagatma means in oneself. When a person says, I am this body, what is he doing? He is superimposing the body on Atma. And that is what is said here. Pratyagatmani idam, this, adhyaropitam, shariradi, idam means shariradi, ayam, charvakadihi, or ati prakritadihi, aropayati, superimposes. Iti, in this manner, adhyaropaha, we have to supply, adhyaropaha visheshataha uchyate. The superimposition is told, described, being mentioned visheshataha, specifically. Is it clear? Now it is specifically mentioned. Earlier general, Sthula prapancha, Adhyaropa, Sukshma prapancha, Karana prapancha, who is saying? We did not say. This adhyasa is there, samanyena. And now specific mistake. General mistake is there that we are considering this Sthula Prapancha to be real, Sukshma Prapancha to be real, Karana Prapancha to be real. Sthula Prapancha to be existing, Sukshma Prapancha to be existing, and Chaitana. So we are Karana Prapancha to be existing. So this is Adhyasa. We are doing Adhyasa on Brahman. But that was Samanyana Pradarshita. Now specifically Adhyasa is presented. So Idanim Pratyagatmani Idam Shariradi Ayam Charvak Atiprakrutadi Aropayati Iti. In this manner Adhyaropaha Visheshataha Uchyate. Adhyaropa is specifically being told. Alright. Now the description of those philosophers, how philosophers or people in general, what all mistakes they are committing. So it's a description of mistake. Some people they do mistake without vichara. Which Swamiji used to say nicely. Some mistakes are avichara siddha and some mistakes are durvichara siddha. Avichara means because of non-thinking, whatever has been considered so far, they don't think about it and go ahead with that. Avichara siddha. And some people think and they thunk, they will say. What is the past of think? They say, I thought, then I got it what? Thunk. So this is durvichara siddha. So avichara siddha, durvichara siddha, adhyaropa on pratyagatma is being described from the next paragraph. Here Tikakara says, Adhuna tvam padartha vishayam adhyaropam bahuvadi matopanyasena darshayati. Now adhyaropa related to tvam padartha. On tvam padartha darshayati, he shows how bahuvadi matopanyasena, by presenting the views of many philosophers. So he presents the views of many philosophers, and by that what is he presenting? The adhyaropa on tvam padartha pratyagatma. So here style is different. Earlier he simply said this is adhyasa, the sukshma, the karana prapancha, sukshma prapancha, nobody is superimposing here. Here specifically it is mentioned. So bahuvadi matopanyasena adhyaropam darshayati. Tvam padartha vishayam adhyaropam darshayati. Alright. He starts with the most unrefined person. Atiprakritaha tu Atma vai jayate putraha ityadi shrutehe.
Atma vai jayate putraha ityadi shrutehe.
Swasmin iva putre api prema darshanat.
Swasmin iva putre api prema darshanat.
Putre pushte nashte cha.
Putre pushte nashte cha.
Ahameva pushtaha nashtaha cha.
Ahameva pushtaha nashtaha cha.
Ityadyanubhavat cha.
Ityadyanubhavat cha.
Putraha atma iti vadati.
Putraha atma iti vadati.
Ati prakritaha tu. So tu can be said indeed or tu to differentiate from other views. However, ati prakritaha or to begin with or indeed ati prakritaha. Prakrita means unrefined, asamskritaha. A person who is not refined in terms of his thinking. He may be using some smartphone and all this. So that way he will look refined, he will be wearing nice dress, and speaking very good English. So Prakrita looks well refined, suited, booted, they call it. In India they use the word suited, booted. Suit, suit, this we wear, it's called suit. Boot means shoes, so suited, booted. So he is suited, suited, booted. But in terms of thinking about oneself, he is unrefined. He is not exposed to any vichara. Ati prakritaha. Very unrefined. Ati means very, prakrita means unrefined. Very unrefined. What does he say? Vadati. And manyate api. He tells what? Putraha atma. My son is myself. And here son stands for all relatives. Son can be there, daughter also can be there. But generally people have little more affection for son. Even these sisters will be telling that, my brother, whatever it does, he can get away, but I do this, I am scolded. So like that. Brother also feels same way sometimes. That is, my sister is also, my appa doesn't say anything. If I do, he beats me. Both the complaints we have. Anyway, so Putraha Atma. When Putra stands for a relative. Somebody will say, my wife is Atma also. My husband is Atma. Whatever, Putraha is a relative, because in Shastra the Putra Ullekha is there. The mention is there. Therefore Putra. But it stands for any relative. Putraha Atma iti vadati. So Anvaya will be what? Ati Prakrit. Connection is not Anvaya. Connection is Ati Prakritaha Putraha Atma iti vadati. The son is the self. Alright. And for that, for his conclusion, he can give two reasons. One reason is what? Shrutehe. Even though he may not be exposed to Shruti, but he might have heard the Shruti and say, see. Even Shruti says this. Really he doesn't believe in Shruti, or he doesn't have respect for Shruti, or he may not be studying Shruti. But somebody says and he catches. Like recently one former Reserve Bank governor, who was supposed to be antagonist to the government, he said that India will not have depression. Financial depression, not mental, financial depression. Mental is there, but financial depression will not be there, because we have good, foreign reserve and all. Immediately political BJP says, see, our enemies are also praising us. Really they don't have value. He criticizes, they never quote. But we praise, see, they are also correlating us. Like that. Atma vai jayate putraha. Ityadi Shrute. Shruti, what the Shruti says? Atma, oneself, vai indeed, jayate, born, putraha, as a son. Oneself is born as a son. In fact, they say that my son is my extension. I only am extended in the form of my children. So we say children are the extension of parents. So Shruti says Atma vai jayate putraha. And also there is some physical truth in that, because the part of the person alone is now become this body. So my whatever part was there in me, that alone is getting now manifested in the form of this body, son or daughter. Therefore, Atma vai jayate putraha. Ityadi Shrutehe kim? Putraha Atma. We have to connect with this. Because of this Shruti, this Ati Prakrita is saying Putraha Atma. The Putra is Atma. Okay, that is Shruti. Another one. Swasmin iva putre api prema darshanat. Because of the observation of love, even in the son, putre api, iva, like swasmin, in oneself. Just as one has love for oneself, one has very intense love for one child. Very intense love. People will go to so many places for my son's admission, my son's marriage, whatever this astrologer will say, you have to do this, you have to go there and there you have to do puja. Yes. If you ask them to come to the class, there are no types of it. But for this they will go. Why? Prema Darshanat. So, Premadi Karanam is Atma. So, I love myself and I see that I love my son, daughter as much as I seem to love myself. May not be so, but at least I feel. In fact, many parents they will say, तुम तो प्राण से भी प्यारे है. Means, you are more dear to me than my own life. It's a very common dialogue. And therefore what? Prema Darshanat Putraha Atma. So, Premadi Karanatva or Prema Vishayatvat Putraha Swasminniva Swam Iva Putrasya Premadi Karanatva Prema Vishayatva Darshanat Putraha Atma. Son is self because son is beloved like oneself. Okay, this is one more reason. And another one. Putre nashte ahame putre pushte nashte cha. When the son is nourished or flourishing, nashte cha, or son is finished physically or financially, socially, then what is the feeling of the parents? Ahameva pushtaha. When the son is pushta, nourished, flourished, I am pushtaha. I am nourished. Son is nashta, finished socially, financially, health-wise, then nashtaha cha. I am finished. See, mother and father so much attached that from the face of the mother we can find out what is the health condition of a child. Indicator. The son comes first, mother is happy, in fact more happy. The son doesn't care much. He cares for the chocolate he got because of that. First coming is not a big thing. But I came first. When Swamiji was telling that outside the school, parents will be comparing the mark sheet. And they will not say that my son got. He said, I got 78 in social, how much you got? She will be asking the parent or the mother of another child. But the language will be what? I got 78 in social study, how much you got? You means your son. But they use how much you got. That is what? Putre pushte aham pushtaha. Putre nashte aham nashtaha cha. My life is finished, thus my son's life is finished. Ityadi anubhavacha. Because of such experience, also ati prakrutaha, unrefined person, vadati, tells what? Putraha atma. Son or daughter is the self. So he starts with the grossest, ati prakrutaha. Alright. Then the next one. चार्वाकः तु सः वै एषः पुरुषः अन्नरसमयः इत्यादि श्रुतेः प्रदीप्तगृहात् स्वपुत्रं परित्यज्य अपि स्वस्य निर्गमदर्शनात् स्थूलः अहं कृशः अहम् इत्याद्यनुभवाच्च स्थूल शरीरम् आत्मा इति वदति. So again here connection will be what? Charvaka tu, whereas Charvaka, materialist. Charu vak yasya saha charuvak, Charvaka. That's how they gave derivation. One whose language is very, very attractive, pleasant, is called Charvaka, materialistic person, who will say that you just eat, drink and be merry. Why you are bothering about punya, papa, swarga, naraka, all this? Unnecessary. You are wasting your present in the worries of imaginary future. Not even future. Imaginary future. Unreal future. Projected future. Believed future. Just enjoy. Bhagavan has given this like they were saying, no, you have got only one life, enjoy. That's how they say. You have got only one life, enjoy. So, and people would like it. Why? Because it is in keeping with my extrovertedness. It is in keeping with my attraction for bhoga. It is like in I think almost all language this saying is there. I like something and doctor prescribed that. In Tamil also it is there that I like ghee and doctor prescribed ghee. How nice it is. So in Gujarati say bhavtu tu and Vaidekitu means what I like, and Vaidraj said yes, you take every day 1 spoon ghee. I really like ghee. So if, to me they say I really like it. Some people cannot eat ghee. He says, how can you eat ghee? One lady in Bangalore was there. No? So even in the Panchamrutam, this ghee will be there. She will be feeling very difficult. So some people like, I really like taste of ghee, and doctor prescribed. Doctor will not prescribe now because of this belly coming up. So not prescribed, but by chance prescribes. Very good. So similarly, our mind wants mind likes this bhoga, and somebody tells, see, this is the truth. You will like it. He said, he is real guru, all other fake guru. This is the real guru. Therefore, it's called Charvaka. That Charvaka, what is he saying? Sthula Shariram Atma iti vadati. Charvaka vadati tells Sthula Shariram Atma. Gross body is the self. That is vadati. And I think most of the people think like this. As I told you, Einstein said, with this body, everything is over. No question of continuation. And therefore they don't like this Shraddha Karma and all this. He said it is a waste. His already person is gone. Now nothing remains of the person. Whereas we say soul has gone, etc. Religious people will say. But this rational, so-called rational people, they will say Sthula Shariram Atma and Baspi Bhutasya Dehasya Agamanam Kutaha. When the body is burned, how can there be arrival of that person? Already gone. It's not possible. No, his ghost I saw. It is your projection, hallucination. Please go and check with psychiatrist. That's what they will say. No? And this Charvaka is saying Sthula Shariram Atma. And he gives the basis. What? Sava Esha Purushonna Rasavayaha Ityadi Shrutehe. They don't care for Shruti. They don't believe in Shruti. In fact, they believe only in one Pramana. You know what? Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha Pramana. In Swarajya Siddhi, that Granthakara says, you are saying that there is a Pratyaksha Pramana. Do you want me to understand your statement? Yeah, you understand. How will I understand? Shabda is not Pramana. Your words, how will I understand? Shabda is not a Pramana. So how are you contradicting yourself? He said Pratyaksha Pramana. But that your statement that Pratyaksha and Pramana, how will I understand? Which Pramana? I am not seeing your statement. The hearing word is not understanding, you know. Anyway, we in Swarajya Siddhi and all, they have to dismiss. Anyway, but he says, see, we don't believe, but see, your Shruti also says this. Many times we say that, even in Buddhism they say this. We don't believe in Buddhism, but still we may say, even Buddha says this. Even this, Jesus Christ said this, you should be considerate. It is not that we take his Vakya as Pramanam, but still, if somebody is ready, has respect for that, therefore we will quote him. Similarly, the Charvaka is talking to Vedanti. Says that your Shruti also says this. Not that he believes in that, but he says, your Shruti also says. What? Saha vai eshaha. That means what? Oshadhinam leto rupena parinatanam parinamaha prasiddhaha. That well-known modification of Oshadhi, the plants, which has been converted into this Leta, means the semen and the seed from the female body, is this Purushaha. So Saha refers to that well-known modification of plants which is converted into the Retas and which is converted into this body. That's Saha. So that well-known modification, that idea is conveyed by Saha. And Eshaha means what? Pratyaksha. Available, this body is available right in front of us, is there. So Eshaha means this Pratyaksha Pramanena Upalabdhaha. Saha means that well-known modification of the plants through these Reta etc. is this Purushaha, is this person, which is what? Anna Rasa Mayaha, which is the product of the essence of food. We have to say that essence of food because this body is not directly born of idlis etc. You put idlis and one baby comes out. You put in a box, one some idli sambar and one the white baby with some red sambar is there. Some red dress it comes. That doesn't happen. Therefore, Anna Rasa Maya, the product of the essence of food. So in this, the word Purusha is used. Purusha refers to Atma. Purusha means person. And I am a person, I am called first person. So I, who am a person called Purusha, is presented as Anna Rasa Maya. Purusha means Atma, and Atma is presented as Anna Rasa Maya, and Anna Rasa Maya, the product of the essence of food, is the body. Therefore the equation is what? Body is Purusha. Purusha means the person, the self. And thus Shruti seems to say that this body is Atma. This is in the context of Panchakosha Viveka. The Shruti that Arundhati Darshana Nyaya Shruti is using. The Arundhati Darshana Nyaya means Arundhati wants to show, and you show something which is close to Arundhati. So similarly, Shruti starts with this body to arrive at Atma, Pratyagatma as Brahma. And that statement, which is Adhyaropadashayam, he is taking as a Siddhanta. And because of the Shruti, what? Sthula Shariram Atma. So here Purusha Sabdasya Loke Atmani Prayogat Tasya Cha Shrutau Annarasama Dehe Prayuktatvat Dehaha Atma Iti Gamyate. Here Purusha Sabdasya Loke Atmani Prayogat. Here means in this context the word Purusha is used in the sense of Atma in the world, and that Purusha is, that word Purusha is used in the sense of Annarasa Maya Deha. Therefore what? Deha Atma. Is it clear? Purusha is Atma, and Atma is equated to Annarasa Maya, which is the body. Therefore what? Deha Atma iti gamyate. And he gives example also. He gives the experience, not example, experience based on certain examples that we'll see in the next class. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।